So starting, so this hangout is on air, is live. All right, I'm live. It's not we, I'm live. I like that. All right, Pavneet, Pavneet. You posted something on Twitter yesterday about, hey, do you recommend what resources do you recommend to learn F sharp? Now the disclaimer is I'm not the technical authority on F sharp. I don't think I'm at the beginner level anymore, but the people on Stack Overflow would argue that. But I think I'm at the beginning of intermediate. Um, Check out .NET Rocks on November 16th. I'm on that podcast talking about building mobile apps with Xamarin and F Sharp. All right, so this is my personal message to you that maybe other people could benefit from. All right, are you ready for this? I'm about to unload my arsenal of what I believe are resources to get you into F sharp. All right. So number one, and I'm probably going to forget the order that I'm going in, but number one is I already showed you some books, right? So I tweeted like 2 hours ago a book collection that I have that's specific to F sharp. It was the book of F sharp, and it was like F sharp for experts or something. Let me show you. Let me show you. Hold up, hold up. So if I share my screen, I say full screen, and I say start screen share, and then I do this Kindle thingy, right? And I'm launching Kindle. You see this right here? This book of F sharp. That book keeps things simple. All right. I like this book. Okay. Now this was on like I think F sharp 3.0, but like it's still really, really relevant. Okay. In addition to that, this expert F sharp 4.0, Don Simon is one of the authors. This book is really good too. It's really good, but I think this book is more of a reference book. Of course, it says expert F sharp. So this book is a little bit more in depth. Um, it has a lot of good examples, but for someone that isn't as brilliant as myself, I find that this book is more of a second-hand book when you develop a certain comfort with doing basic F sharp. I like this book of F sharp. This book is really good. And you know what is writing code if you're not proving that your code works. So this testing with F sharp is also really good. I like this book. This will get you hip to uh, the different frameworks within the F sharp ecosystem, such as FS Unit. All right, there's another framework called something quote whatever it is, and then also your in unit support and your X unit support for writing unit tests in F sharp. It also introduces property-based testing. All right, all that stuff, all those goodies in regards to how to prove your code works, unit testing, that's contained within this book right here. Okay, so that's essentially the three books that I recommend. But yo, I ain't done yet. All right. So like I am not done yet. Something else I want to tell you, right? If you want to learn F sharp, I believe that you have to learn a little bit about competing languages. So for example, there's a Elixir. Oh, how do you spell Elixir? Elixir Fountain? I don't know how to spell Elixir, but I strongly recommend on elixirfountain.com, listen to these episodes. Okay, I understand it's not F sharp, but yo, these episodes are really good because I think what you should be asking is, well, you did ask it, but I believe that learning about functional languages is part of learning about F sharp. You get me? You get what I'm saying? So like, I really like this podcast, and I don't do anything with Elixir or Erlang, but I really like the host. It's Johnny Wynn. He's in the state of Florida too. And also check out one of my YouTube videos. I interviewed I don't know his name. Joseph. I think his name is Joseph. On Elixir. So he's on my YouTube.
They specialize in Ember client apps immediately. Like look at some of the earlier languages like Smalltalk, or even earlier ones than that. That immediately the concurrency went.
All right, so that's one of the podcasts that I sincerely believe if you want to learn F sharp, you need to learn about different programming languages, and what better way than to listen to some of these podcasts, such as hence Elixir Fountain. Okay, Pavneet. I also want you to this functional geekery thingy. This functional geekery is really, really good. Especially this episode with there's really some really good episodes. But a couple days ago, I listened to the episode with, was it Gabriel? Who was it? Who did I do it? Yeah, I think it was Gabriel. I think I listened to this episode right here. Hold on. Come on. Play.
Purdy was in conflict.
So this is hosted by Proctor.
The language to actually, I needed a project in order to motivate.
This episode number 72 is really, really good.
I wonder is you put a post out that was starting about getting started with.
Fast forward a little bit more.
I think tooling is like the number one thing right now that I think holds a lot of the ecosystem back, and also just general the volatility of the language. Like as many people know, Haskell is a research language, which means that Simon Payne-Jones almost has an obligation to let people experiment with their new language features in.
Yeah. So this one they're talking about Haskell, but again, if you want to learn F sharp, then I think it's absolutely essential that you learn about functional programming. And F sharp is a functional first programming language, but functional programming comes in different flavors. So I definitely recommend listening to podcasts, episodes that don't even focus on F sharp, because you will hopefully develop a better understanding of what it means to program functionally. All right. So this functionalgeekery.com is like really good. I actually did an episode on here. I don't recommend you listen to it because I don't really deliver any value. I just provide a perspective of someone that is attempting to learn F sharp and what I have observed and what some of my struggles have been. So I'm on one of these episodes on Functional Geekery. So I told you about Elixir Fountain. I told you about Functional Geekery. What else? I also told you about some books to read. Also, I want you. Oh, my dog keeps on scratching her face. Also, I want you to familiarize yourself with. I want you to familiarize yourself with some of these code katas. I wasn't a huge fan of code katas. How do you spell code katas? I wasn't really a big fan of code katas. Hence, I expressed that on my first episode of .NET Rocks. But when learning a completely different paradigm of programming or writing code, these are some really good exercises. So this isn't the website that I was looking for, but it's still like good, right? So there's various exercises on here, such as prime factors, and these are different topics that are introduced by specific developers. FizzBuzz, and of course they demonstrate it in different languages. But essentially, I recommend that you go to a site like this to basically take a programming challenge and do it in F sharp, since F sharp is your language of choice for learning. String calculator, Roman numerals. There's a couple of FizzBuzz in here. And I actually did the game of life. And so this is something else where like you just keep on looking at different exercises and you keep knocking them off. And then whenever you struggle, you go on Stack Overflow and post. You can go to Stack Overflow for posting, a how-to question, or you can also go to Stack Overflow. There's a code review part or domain of Stack Overflow, where you could say, hey, I wrote this code to satisfy this objective, but yo, there's some code smells in here, and I know this isn't right. What are some recommendations on how I can clean this up, or what are some alternative approaches? So again, you can do that on Stack Overflow. Just make sure that you attempt to do some research, or else they'll roast you alive like they do me on Stack Overflow. Like if you don't at least explain what you tried to do, they may give you a hard time. So that's my disclaimer. But besides that, the community is really nice. Okay, let's go back to me. Where am I at? Go back to me. Go back to me. Hold on. What's it? Screen share. How do I go back to me? Cancel. Is it showing me already? I guess it's showing me. All right. Hopefully it's showing me. What else? What other resources could you leverage to like? What's that right here? Yeah. This is my dog, right? So, hey, Cookie, or whatever. So what other resources could you leverage? Well, I mentioned functionalgeekery.com. I mentioned Elixir Fountain, which I really like that show. I told you about Code Katas. You can just Google Code Katas, and I mean, there's probably like a half dozen websites that you can learn or discover various exercises, interesting exercises that will support your journey of learning functional programming, and specifically F#. So let me put this phone on vibrate. All right. Besides that, Functional Geekery, I showed you some books, Elixir Fountain, Code Katas. I would start with that. If you're really hardcore and you wanted to talk to some machines, then I wrote a blog post on, and there's also on Channel 9, the Microsoft website. You can go to the mall. You can buy a Lego Mindstorm, okay, and you can use F# to communicate with the Lego Mindstorm robot, because there's a .NET SDK for it. So you can do that too. And when you do that, then you'll learn about computation expression, specifically the async computation expression, whatever it's called. And what else? As you're doing this, I strongly recommend that you maintain a technical blog about your journey. And because I honestly believe, experience is experience. If you write code, you demonstrate it, and you can share it with others, your journey, I count that as experience. And so I think experts are people that can tell you what not to do based on what they have already been through. And so this is a great opportunity for you to develop your expertise in functional programming by maintaining that personal blog, reporting your struggles, reporting your successes, and like having people observe you grow and observing yourself grow. So maintain the blog, book of F#, amongst some other books, functionalgeekery.com, elixirfountain.com. If you want to spend $400 on Lego Mindstorm, write some F# code to talk to that. You can reference my technical blog and do a search on Lego Mindstorm. And that is essentially it. I hope this was helpful. And if anybody else has any questions, send me a tweet or write a comment on something that I'm attached to, that my Bizmonger name is attached to. Bizmonger is my internet name. And that's it. So Pavneet, I hope this was helpful. And yeah, man, I like you. You're a cool dude. So that's it. I'm hitting the stop broadcast button in 3, 2. Cookie, say goodbye. Say goodbye to Pavneet. Okay, why are you acting shy? Cookie had an eye injury. She confronted a cat and she lost the fight. So she can't scratch her eye because that's why I have this on here. All right, deuces, adios, te veo a ratito. I am out.